Yo, what up, family? Welcome back to the Bacon Soda TV podcast, where we keep it a buck about life, culture, and the stories the mainstream don't always tell. I'm your host, Fluid, and today, man, this episode is heavy. We're talking about a real epidemic in the culture right now. Our hip hop artists either getting sent to prison or even worse, murdered in the streets. And I'm not just talking headlines for clicks. I'm talking about the impact it has on the youth, our communities, and on the future of hip hop itself. So sit tight, roll something up if you need to, and let's break it down. This first segment is called The Pattern That Keeps Repeating. Look, let's keep it real. Over the last decade, we've seen way too many artists either locked up or killed before they even had a chance to truly live, which is messed up in my opinion. Nipsey Hussle, gone. Pop Smoke, gone. King Von, Takeo, Young Dolph, PNB Rock, Trouble. The list goes on. Then you got folks like YNW Melly, Casanova, Lil Durk, Diddy, Tory Lanez. They sitting behind bars fighting for their lives and freedom. It's like, in this game, you either make it out or you make it to the grave. And when you step back and really look at it, you gotta ask, why is this cycle so deep in hip hop? Why does success in this industry so often come with a bullet or a booking number? It's crazy. And the youngins are watching. Every time an artist gets gunned down or arrested, it seems it sends a message. This part of the lifestyle. This is the price you pay to make it. That's dangerous, y'all. See, this ain't just about artists. It's about the communities they come from. When a kid in the hood looks up to a rapper, that's bigger than just music. That's a blueprint for life. You know, a lot of these kids don't have father figures and they need role models. But when those rappers get locked up or killed, what's left? A void. Another dream crushed. And the message that gets left behind is twisted. That this is the path to success. That the struggle don't stop once you make it. You still gotta watch your back. You still gotta prove you real. And that trickles down to the youngins. They start thinking that if you're not living that street life, if you're not taking risks, if you're not really in the game, it's a trap, bro. And the system is playing us like pawns. The influence of rap icons on youth. One, young girls and thought rap. The illusion of empowerment. The message with that, songs that glorify hypersexualization, bag chasing, through men, materialism, clout as a pathway to success. Think thought rap, city girl culture, hot girl summer energy. COVID was a mug, bro. I'm telling you. The influence of that. A teenage girl hears this and internalizes validation equals sexual desirability and financial gain. The constant exposure to OnlyFans glamorization and reality TV toxicity reinforces this. Put the battery in their back. Creates distorted values, self-worth becomes transactional, and relationships are seen as tools for advancement and not genuine connection. The psychological effects of that, body image issues, anxiety, and pressure to perform in sexualized ways, feelings of emptiness or failure if they don't match the bad bitch standard, increased risk of exploitation and normalization of abusive behavior in relationships, meaning they'll put up with anything, and then sometimes they're forced to go get their body enhanced when they don't even need to. Second, young boys in drill, trap culture, the glorification of violence and drug abuse. The message with that, songs and videos that promote being an op hunter, trapper, or plug, where guns, pills, and murder are the symbols of masculinity, respect, and power. Notice, it didn't say individuality. The influence with that, a 14-year-old boy in the hood sees his favorite rapper flexing with a switch, a cup of lean, and designer, and thinks, that's how I level up. They mimic the behavior without understanding the consequences. Guns, gang beefs, drug addiction, and prison. Mind you, I said a lot of these kids don't have fathers or role models. So this is as impressionable as it gets. The psychological effects, desensitization to violence, it becomes entertainment, not trauma. PTSD by proxy, living in fear, watching peers die or get locked up, even when it's not directly involving them. Low self-esteem masked by bravado, the need to prove oneself constantly leads to reckless behavior. So a lot of these is just crash outs. 3. Role models dying young. The cycle of confusion and grief. The impact of that. For example, when a famous rapper dies at 21 from a drug overdose or is shot in a street beef, the message is incomplete. They never show the pain, regret, the fear, only the lifestyle highlights. So the teen sees them as martyrs, not cautionary tales. See, the story is always one-sided. It's always like life is a highlight reel. It's never an elaboration on real situations. Psychological effects, confusion. If he had everything, why'd he die so young? Grief mixed with idol worship, turning death into a myth, a twisted form of glory. Something called fatalism, a belief that real ones don't live long, promoting self-destructive thinking. Yeah, man, make kids just feel like if they die tomorrow, it's just nothing. It's not a big thing. Live today. YOLO. Crazy. 4. Prison as a rite of passage. The influence of that. You see rappers coming home from a bid, they get hero treatment, big chains, big welcomes, parties, millions of streams. The teens learn that prison is a badge of honor, not a system designed to destroy them. Completely confused. Psychological effects of that is the romanticizing of incarceration. They don't see the trauma, isolation, and mental scars. Only the comeback story. That leads to reckless choices. Chase street credibility over future stability. You know? And if they're dying young, then they're not even getting to grow older and wiser. So this is real. 5. The lack of transparency from artists. The most rappers never even tell the whole story for real. They don't talk about the regret of losing friends, the pain of addiction, paranoia of fame, or the sleepless nights after the violence. So teens get half the narrative, the highs without the lows. This creates a false blueprint. Chase the fame, ignore the consequences. The bottom line, the coach's influence is very deep and very dangerous without real conversations, full transparency, and alternative role models. Gotta leave some room for the creators, you know. Bring talent back. We leave a whole generation stuck chasing illusions. For girls, get the bag, get the man, get the likes. For boys, get the gun, get the drugs, get the op. Both end up in cycles of harm, trauma, and loss. Now let's not let the industry off the hook either. These labels, these streaming platforms, they're eating off the pain. They love the controversy, the headlines, the cases, because it sells. They'll pour millions into promoting the image of the street life, but they won't spend a dime on protecting artists, on mentorship, on financial literacy. Bring back artist development. It's like they want the artist to self destruct, because guess what? When an artist dies, streams go up, catalog sales go up, and they eat off it. So, yeah, there's blood on their hands too. They're feeding the machine, and the machine don't care who gets crushed in the gears. Let's keep it a buck. The industry knows what sells. They cherry pick the artists who fit the image. The shooter, the dope boy, the bad bitch, the flexer. Why? Because it sells controversy. That stirs up headlines. That gets streams. But here's the danger. Kids believe the hype. They think being a man means you gotta carry a strap, catch a body, or pop a pill. Young girls think they gotta sell their bodies, post thirst traps, or play a character to get attention. Nobody's talking about the pain, the trauma, the broken homes, the funerals, the prison time. The industry markets the stereotype, not the person. It's a cycle of destruction designed to profit off the pain. Crazy. Real world fallout. The price we pay. Let's talk about the real cost. These records promote gun culture, so kids pick up a Glock before they pick up a book. The lean, the pills, the Molly. Youngins get addicted before they get a diploma. The sexualization of women turns our queens into products, not people. And when these artists die young or catch a case, what do the labels do? They drop an album, release some merch, and make a killing off a coffin. No accountability, no support for the families, no investment in the community. That's the collateral damage. We lose lives, we lose leaders, and the culture loses its way while executives crash out and move on to the next artist. Crazy world. So, where do we go from here? Support real artists, those who tell their stories with truth, not just what sells. Own your art. Don't sign your life away for a check. Build platforms, black owned, independent, and focused on real narratives. Educate the youth, teach them how the game works, and that real life ain't what they see on the ground. It's time to stop letting the industry control the culture and start controlling it ourselves. We are more than pain. We are more than stereotypes. We are the blueprint. Let's build. So, how do we break this cycle? Man, it starts like this. It starts with us. We got to educate the youth, show them that the real flex is longevity, the real power is generational wealth, staying alive, staying free. We need more mentorship in the game, more OGs who can show these young cats the business side, the ownership side. We need community programs that teach kids how to invest, how to protect themselves legally, how to build businesses beyond rap. And the artists themselves got to be part of that too. They got to understand the influence they have when they speak. The whole world listens. So, what are you going to say? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? And I know this was a heavy one, but we got to have these talks. I want to hear from you. Hit me up on IG at bacon_soda_TV. Drop a comment, leave a voice note. Tell me how you feel about this. Can we break the cycle? Can we stop losing our stars before their time? And if you're an artist out there listening, protect yourself. Move smart. Don't let the system write your story for you. This has been the Bacon Soda TV podcast. I'm Fluid, and we're going to keep this convo going. Stay safe, stay solid, and stay tuned. Peace. Don't miss 20% off Korea, Japan, and beyond. Send your loved ones on a food vacation around the world. Now through June 2nd, get 20% off an unforgettable food vacation to Korea, Spain, Mexico, and beyond. Use code VACATE20 plus up to $180 off in automatic additional savings based on plan length selected. Save $15 off any 3-month journey, 60 off any 6-month journey, and 108 off any 9-month journey. Visit trytheworld.com.